Alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today we just got Star-Lord to tier 3 and I'm going to show you what tier 3 Star-Lord can do for us in Giant Boss Trade against Master Mode and in World Boss Ultimate against Thanos with just a regular damage proc obelisk, no C.T.P. Okay, so now let's take a look at my build. Alright, my Star-Lord is being close to the top 2500 ranking around the world, which is very decent actually. And his state is quite solid as well. Max crit damage, max skill cooldown, while the ignore defense is very close to almost max. And he has close to 46,000 energy attack, which is not bad at all. And all his gear are at 25 with some 4 and 5 star Urus, no Odin's blessing. Alright, now let's take a look on his skill set and his skill rotation. He has pretty much everything on his tier 3 skill. He has a silent effect for 3 seconds, which is good for Extreme Alliance battle because you can use it to cancel the roll of the beast. Then he has an all defense now that begins with 30% and stack up to 70%, which applies to world boss content. He has a crit damage buff, crit rate buff, and he has the ignore target dodge rate by 80% for 8 seconds, which is nice. He also has a penetration with almost everything, and the remove all debuff and invincibility, which lasts long for 8 seconds with some attack buff as well, which is awesome. Then his tier 2 passive skill is great as well. Then the first skill and the second skill is just rival. They are just a normal skill, they don't have anything. And then the third skill has some all defense now, which stack up to 40% for 6 seconds, which applies to world boss. And then his fourth skill has an immunity to all damage for 5 seconds with 7 seconds cooldown, which is very nice. It means that Star-Lord would be out of immunity for just 2 seconds. That is quite nice actually. Then his fifth skill has a damage accumulation and the 45% increase of all attack, which is very juicy. Although his fifth skill has a very long skill animation, but the good thing is you can cancel this skill and turn to proc on either his fourth skill or his tier 3 skill. The damage and all those good stuff of his fifth skill is still there, which is very nice. And then the skill rotation that I'm using is actually C3, C5, proc on 4. Then second round you go with C3, proc on 4, then C5, proc on tier 3, which I'm going to show you later in the match so that you can understand better. And his passive skill provides ignore target dodge rate by 40%, which is very useful against Chorus. And then his leadership is great as well. 55% increase of energy attack, but it only applies to blast type of character. He has stage 7 overdrive ISO set, and he's rocking with a normal obelisk 180% damage proc with just crit damage and dodge. And this uniform is only at heroic level. Okay, so without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, so just start with C3, C5, then proc on 4. Okay, so the damage is not bad obviously. Okay, so yeah, this is very annoying. So now go with C3 and proc on 4. Okay, so once you finish, just wait for a few seconds, then go with 5 and tier 3 skill. And then we got the proc. Okay, so the damage is very good. Look at the damage. This is insane, right? And I'm not sure whether you noticed that or not. When I cancel my 5th skill and turn to proc on 4, you can still clearly see that the damage of the 5th skill is still there, which is a Queen Jack flying through along with that kind of Star-Lord music dropped from the sky. That was actually the 5th skill. So this is quite good actually. Even though you cancel it, you still get the damage. Alright, so we are about to enter phase 2 very soon. So in this case, don't use your tier 3 skill. Save it for later use. So right now we are in phase 2. In this phase, it is better to switch your character to prevent being dusted. This kind of meteorites can basically kill you instantly. So just to be safe, switch character. Alright, this kind of Thanos punch on the ground, this kind of purple effect, you have to be very careful. If you use your tier 3 skill at that moment, your character is going to die instantly for sure. Because first of all, his tier 3 skill is very hard to cancel. Although you realize that Thanos is going to do that kind of purple effect, but once you press his tier 3 skill, it is very difficult to cancel. So it is always better to see what Thanos is trying to do first, instead of using your skill blindly, because unlike other world bosses, which you can mind control the boss like Ebony Maw for the entire fight and the boss just stand there and do nothing, while Thanos become immune to all damage when you get it down to 11 bars, which means you can't rely on any mind control or time freeze ability once you get it down to 11 bars. So if you simply use your skill, you are most probably not going to clear this stage, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so just stick with the skill rotation, 3, 5 and then 4. Okay, so oh my god, I'm going to die here. Okay, so luckily I cancelled the skill. Okay, so here we go. I think we are going to end here. Where is the proc? Oh my god, I missed the proc. Okay. Okay, so come on. Still not enough. Okay, so here we go. With 1 minute and 54 seconds left, that is not bad at all. We are doing it without all the damage dealt strikers, and we are doing it without C.T.P as well. Okay, so now let's try him out in GBR to see what happens. Alright guys, so that was considered as a quite good clear actually. Tier 3 Star-Lord with his latest uniform is actually not bad at all. Just now we were just using Shuri and Phil Coulson as a support, not considered as a maximum support yet. And we only used like one striker, which is Agent Venom, basically for his healing effect just in case. So at this moment, when you see your tier 3 skill is ready, stop using your 5th skill because it has a very long cooldown time, which is 10 seconds. Stop using it until the boss is vulnerable because you have to go with the combo C5 and tier 3 skill. So this is what I mean. So here we go. Look at the damage. This is insane, right? So this is what I mean. This is insanely powerful, isn't it? Alright, so he is doing close to 85% of damage. That is not bad at all. He is doing it without a C.T.P. As what I mentioned earlier, he basically can do it without a C.T.P, that's for sure. I think a C.T.P of Rage might be good for him, but still, I believe that a normal damage proc obelisk or maybe a C.T.P of Energy is the best for Star-Lord. Look at the damage. That is insane, right? Because basically only his tier 3 skill is doing the raw damage and he has very long skill animation. So in this point, I don't see any value of giving him a C.T.P of Rage. Because it might not be that efficient for him, but that's just based on my opinion, that's just based on what I understand the game. Because I feel like it's always better to give a C.T.P of Rage to someone else that has a lot of hits on all of their skill like Lunar Snow, Nemo or Captain Marvel. Right, I think this round we can finish it with his tier 3 skill. Okay, let's see. Here we go, come on. Okay, so here we go. With 7 minutes and 4 seconds left, that is not bad. So he is extremely powerful with his uniform. This is a must buy uniform, guys. So make sure you grab it. But the reward I got is just whatever. Alright guys, Star-Lord is freaking powerful even without a C.T.P. And he is doing very well with just a normal obelisk. 180% damage proc with just crit damage and dodge. So far I'm very satisfied with the performance of tier 3 Star-Lord with his latest uniform. Okay guys, let me know what do you think of tier 3 Star-Lord with his latest uniform and what are the other videos that you want to see from me. Let me know in the comment box below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and click the bell so that you will be notified when I upload those good stuff on Marvel Future Fight. And thank you for watching.